What's up, guys? So today's video is on muscle initiation, because in a lot of these movements, I see it all the time, and it's something I work with my clients on a lot, is the initiating muscle, the muscle that starts the movement on any movement, is what's going to get most of the attention, if not all the attention. So if you initiate wrong, then that could be a reason you're not growing or not getting stronger or whatever the case is. So because you got to remember that the initiating muscle is the one who gets all the attention. So let me show you what I mean.
For example, on a mid row, I see this a lot, where the goal in a mid row, an upper back mid row, is to attack the upper back this way. But what happens, people complain of it a lot of the tension in their elbow or bicep and forearm. But what happens, when you're doing the movement, you have to pinch your shoulder blades together. So that's what your first movement should be. Because if you're initiating with your arm, right there, before you do anything else, if you initiate with your arm and not your back, that's what's going to get the stimulus. So when I do it correctly, this is what it should look like. Initiate the back, and then the arm follows suit. Versus if I do it wrong, the arm initiates like this, then I squeeze, all the tension is going to be in the arm, not the back. So what muscle initiates, the back in this case, that's what has to be done for that muscle group to be attacked. So back, so the shoulder blades, and then the arm follows suit. The muscles that initiate first get all the attention, so that can be a problem if you're feeling it in the wrong spots. Okay, so in a squat, for example, a lot of people complain that they feel it in their knees and not actually in their glutes and hamstrings and whatnot. But then again, it all boils down to what's your initiating muscle, because I see this a lot. Before anyone moves, they do this. Boom, that was in the knees. The knees move first, so the muscles around the knees, the knee itself, some of the knees or the muscles inside the knees, or the quads are getting all of the attention because that's what moved first when people are squatting. Versus if you want to feel all the tension in your glutes and hamstrings, you have to have your hips move first. So before I do anything, my hips have to move back first before anything. Then I do the motion. Now all the attention is in my glutes and hamstrings, a little bit in the quad, and then I come back up. So it's all about where you want the emphasis. If you're feeling it all in the knees, chances are your knees are what's moving first, initiating the movement. In any movement you do, the muscle that initiates gets all the attention. Okay, another example, bicep curls. It's a really basic exercise, just that. But I see a lot of people mess it up, because with your bicep curls, the elbow joint is the only joint really involved because you're not doing anything with the shoulder. But I see a lot of people put all their bicep tension into the shoulder, because it all comes down to that, what initiates the movement. So this is what I see a lot. Instead of, if the biceps is what you're trying to hit, instead of that being the first movement in the bicep, my shoulders is back and down, it's not doing anything, and all the tension in the first movement being done in the elbow and the bicep, a lot of people do this. They move the arm out when they do their curls like this, but that's the first movement. That shoulder flexion movement is going to put all the tension and the emphasis, because that's where it's starting in the front delt. And then people try to curl on the end of it, where in reality that shoulder needs to be pinned down and back, that shoulder blade down and back. The elbow is just a hinge, and that's where your movement occurs, not in the shoulder.
Hope that helped, guys. But just always remember, the whole point to this tangent of mine is whatever initiates first will get all of the attention for the movement. So whether that's the bicep curl and you're doing it wrong and initiating the shoulder, and that's what's going to get the attention, or you're initiating the squat wrong I showed and you're starting with the knee and then your knees are going to hurt the whole time, or say you're doing the back row and you initiate wrong in the arm first and not in the shoulder blade, that's what's going to happen. So whatever initiates, that's who gets all the attention. So if you don't understand this, or you want questions or have questions on anything else, hit me up. Otherwise, see you guys later.